of the Myanmar Accountability Project. He joins us from Hampshire here in the UK. Welcome here to the programme. Your reaction as these reports emerge in terms of the scale of what we've seen?
MAP, the Myanmar Accountability Project, condemns what is clearly an indiscriminate and disproportionate attack, predominantly on a civilian audience in a pop concert. This, as far as we're concerned, is a potential war crime, a crime against humanity that we believe and we urge the UN to investigate. The Secretary General of the United Nations will soon be in East Asia. Myanmar has really not been on his agenda, so we demand that the UN investigate this. The UN has a presence in the country. There's no reason why they shouldn't go and see what happened. And not only are we getting reports that up to 60 people may have been killed, many, many more injured, it's also becoming clear from reports on the ground that the Myanmar army was actually blocking civilians being taken to hospital. So all manner of international laws are being violated by this illegal junta. They don't have control of the country. It's a war of attrition. They are using aerial bombardments. It's a sign that they've lost control. As I say, it's widespread, it's systematic, it's a war crime that needs investigating.
The levels of brutality over the months, the disregard for human life, I mean, it continues to shock. But in terms of accountability, how do you hold these military leaders to account?
Well, there are many international law mechanisms and there are many national jurisdictions. The Myanmar Accountability Project, we have a case in Turkey. We've sent evidence to The Hague, to the International Criminal Court. There are other cases around the world. So we would urge the International Criminal Court, for example, to recognise the National Unity Government, to go to Myanmar and investigate these sorts of crimes. Because since the coup in February last year, we're seeing a repeated pattern. We're seeing aerial bombardments of civilians, civilian areas, wholesale towns are being burnt down on an industrial scale. These are civilians being deliberately attacked in collective punishment, mass arson attacks, mass aerial attacks, aerial bombardments. So in terms of accountability, first of all, we have to record all these crimes. That's being done by groups on the ground. And then we have to move this upper level and make sure that member states of the UN are open to universal jurisdiction and that the international mechanisms, such as the International Criminal Court, are open to these sorts of crimes. So accountability is the cutting edge of human rights work. We have the evidence. We know who is doing this. We know the individuals. We know the battalions. We know the air squadrons who are doing this. So accountability, crimes are being committed, and those who are criminally responsible need to be held to personal account, because this madness, this barbarity, if this was happening in Ukraine, it would be investigated immediately. The people of Myanmar are no different. They are athirst for justice and accountability, and they mustn't be denied it.
Chris Gunness, we have to leave it there, but thanks very much for your time. Thank you.
Thank you.